Welcome to Manhattan, Kansas, where you'll hear EMAW, every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child love the Kansas State Wildcats. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas Tech's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
This drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Strikes the blow. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Here's a return from the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Dickey. These guys got knocked around in Big 12 play last year, and that has been a motivating force during the offseason.
Yeah, and you hope it's a motivating force. You hope they were talking about it. You hope it matters to your team that last year was a very big disappointment. With expectations for this squad to end up like they did, a lot of time to stew on it. The whole offseason, Palmer, you better be irritated, and they better come out with some momentum to start Big 12 play.
I think what was so frustrating about this team last year was that on paper, they looked like a team that could compete for the Big 12 championship, but it just didn't show up each and every week. This year, again, these guys look good from a height standpoint, a weight standpoint, a speed standpoint, but they've got to make plays, and it's got to start here today.
A 1st down for the offense. The aerial assault continues. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Morton. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back, go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him, strip, sack, you get the rock.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this all
going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Wide open downfield. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Wildcats! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He wants to go deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
First down here for the offense. Johnson wants to throw it. Setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Sometimes the timing of the screenplay, it takes a little bit of time to get some depth and a little bit of acting by the quarterback and the running back. Well, they didn't win an Oscar. Let's put it that way. Not good acting. That play went nowhere. The screen pass was not successful.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Brown. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Red Raiders in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. Makes a connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Wildcats are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Escapes trouble. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Right through his hands, you just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. Then the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt.
And add another one to the tally. This guy leads the nation in sacks. The nation. He's the best pass rusher. Getting to quarterbacks, making life really, really hard. That's 2 on the day. Let's see how many he gets today.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one...
Oh, ball's out! That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Buys a little extra time. He's turning it loose into the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Running it back, it's Hudson. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is...
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. They'll dial one up on 2nd and 6 from the 25. To the air, it's Morton. Quickly complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the...
Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that 1st down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try the right side. Runs through the tackle. And that's a live ball. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
And they'll take over 1st down and goal.
Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight.
I know the aggressive plays to go for the touchdown, but with a little bit of lead right here and a great start for my offense, I'm going to kick this field goal.
I'm going the other way. I'm going aggressive here. You can put the nail in the coffin with the touchdown. Even if you don't get it, they still have to drive the entire field on your defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really will.
The expressway is wide open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Grabbed behind the line, it's Douglas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. First down for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Hudson. Tackled, but he has a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
Well, we see another catch by this guy, and this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
And he's running in the open. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to get to it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dickey. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Back to the air one more time. Snags it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Texas Tech, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important.
He lofts one down the sideline. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. Offense gets set for 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Nice move to keep moving. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the defender. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He'll bring it back. It's Hudson. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. Field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Kansas State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. They go to the ground. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Morton. Quick strike complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Working the big fella to the corner. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. To the ground with the back. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Johnson wants to throw it. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Now that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Moving out of the pocket. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Give to the back. Runs through a tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. Makes a move. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
Brings up 2nd down.
The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Kansas State.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He'll need to put some leg in this one. A 52-yard attempt and just the right finesse to get it in from the right. No good. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Manhattan. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Red Raiders will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle them.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Johnson wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw it again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's Morton. and they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Brown. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Right back to the well. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Johnson looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll line up for a second down play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
27, Texas Tech, 3.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hudson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes the offense on second down. They're going to throw it again. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Morton. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Red Raiders have this offense rolling. Looking to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires into the end zone. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Fakes his man out. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Running behind that left side. Jukes his way for more. Gets away from one. Finds some space. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Sticks it in his belly. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up, Dave.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On 4th down, going to the air. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Gets it out quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll just keep slinging it. Finds his man, it's Douglas. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Nice move to stay on his feet. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Using his feet. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Johnson wants to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He got it. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Beavs have picked them. And they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Akron. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Got his man downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Texas Tech.
How about the bomb? The Hail Mary coming out, and the offense executes it great. They throw the ball deep. Where's the defense? Man, you know this ball is going deep. You know they need it. They got to have it. And the defense just doesn't play great, doesn't get to the football to make a play.
Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of times those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people, and you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.